30K in additional revenue with this simple system for your online service business without relying on referrals, cold calling, or even outsourcing to third party lead gen agencies that just won't fulfill, right? This alone is very simple to go ahead and implement and execute on. Okay. I'll take you through it. You're going to understand it in detail. If you have a service based business, this is something you're going to want to pay attention to because it's what's working right now without outsourcing. Okay, this is actually built in house for your company. So I'm going to walk you through it and how you can go ahead and leverage it yourself. All right, so the first thing that we're going to focus on here is an omni-channel traffic source. So you can use the lowest hanging fruit that you have, right? If it's email, it's email. If it's LinkedIn, it's LinkedIn. If it's YouTube, Facebook, whatever it might be, okay? Pick the lowest hanging fruit that you have and think about your ideal client in mind, okay? Think about them when you're thinking about which channel is going to be the best to pursue, okay? So when you have that in mind, just pick one. And then we're going to go ahead and do a custom lead list. Now, what does this mean, a custom lead list? Well, for example, if you want to get as specific as possible to your ideal client, then you need to be doing that, right? And you might be thinking, oh, well, maybe I'm pretty niche, or, I don't really know what my ideal client is, and I help a lot of different clients. Well, you just need to pick one that you're going to be able to help generate some really good results for. So, for example, let's say you're a digital marketing agency and you specifically help practice managers at fertility clinics, right? I use this one a lot because it's one that a client used with me and it was super specific. And that's something that we focus on, right? It's like getting a very specific customer to come through your door. But then we craft a whole lead list of over 2,000 people that fit that bill, right? So think about that, right? We want to go through the best traffic source that's low hanging fruit and then coupled with a custom lead list that we can pull from that traffic source. Okay. From there, you're going to want to add in marketing assets. Okay. Now, this could be anything from marketing messaging, follow up sequences, nurturing sequences, value videos, stuff that you're going to put in place, case studies as well, testimonials, stuff that you're going to have in place that's going to add to credibility so that when people see you, they're not going to think twice. Okay. You've already built the trust. Now, once you speak their language with your marketing assets, right, it speaks to your ideal client. What you're going to do is you're going to filter out and start launching some organic outbound campaigns, right? So organically, what's going to happen is you're going to launch campaigns to these people that really does the heavy lifting for you. Okay. So you're going to be basically having people come through your pipeline that are interested in speaking with you for what it is that you do, right? And then what we do from here is add a few different test campaigns. So, for example, let's say you don't really know which niche you want to target and you're not really sure which message is going to resonate the best for your ideal client that you are looking to basically take on, right? If that just means that you're looking for business owners that you can charge a really big retainer on, and you might want to try different industries like construction or, medical, you want to try different type of industries, right? Well, then you can add like a test campaign and gain some feedback from that. Okay. And then essentially what's going to happen is you're going to put that back into another custom lead list, right? It's just a feedback loop. From there, you're going to be implementing a advanced conversion process. So what this looks like is a closing process that is not going to take up a ton of time. So you actually have a predictable process that's going to put people on the calendar with you so you can close them, right? It's going to be an actual way to close your ideal client instead of chasing after them, sending them proposals, all that not fun stuff, right? So we're going to try and avoid that at all costs. And that typically comes in the form of having a pre-conversion video, right? So almost having a video that's pretty short and it describes exactly how you help that specific client get their desired specific result without any of the obstacles that they typically face, right? So you want to have that in place, right? And what you want to do is have a framework for that. And when you have a framework for that, it's really just knowing your ideal client, right? You have to know your ideal client, right? And we put that back into the marketing assets. We add that in. Okay. Now, it's important to note here during this conversion process is where you're going to get the most feedback, right? Same thing with the outbound campaigns as well. You're going to get a lot of feedback. And even if it's positive or negative, we need to relay that back into our marketing assets and our custom lead list. So let me put this into a better perspective for you. With our clients, what we do is after we identify their like the lowest hanging fruit for a traffic source, we craft a custom lead list to their ideal T, what they explain to us exactly who they want. We put that in their marketing assets across multiple avenues to draw in their ideal client, right? We launch organic outbound campaigns. We test, rarely do we test because we get it pretty right on the first one, because our clients know exactly who they want to target. And then from there, we're able to gain some feedback on the list and the person that we're targeting with the marketing messaging and assets that we put in place, right? We get even more feedback from the advanced conversion process that we give our clients, right? So are they closing? Yes. Are they closing? No. Why? Right? We figure all that out and we put it back into our marketing, right? It's a feedback loop. So you could launch this within a week and a half, no heavy lifting on your end, and have it all done for you so that you automatically have people coming in your pipeline that you can really just hit up and see if they're a good fit or not. And again, this is without cold calling, but you actually have them booked on to a call. You get on with them and see, right, if they're a good fit. This alone could get you to $100,000 a month, but I'm saying 30K because we've been able to prove it multiple times. So I'm just, if you just wanted a low ball of just being like, hey, we can go ahead and add this amount, and it's definitely the exact same thing that we've used for other clients that do over $100,000 a month as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It's very, very simple to implement. It's just knowing a lot about what your strengths are and then knowing about your ideal client to a T, right? Pains, problems, desires, obstacles, what they fear, what they're saying about you, their market knowledge, their market sophistication, all that stuff, right? If you are really, really close with your clients and you understand the results that you've gotten from them, and you know what they like, you know what they don't like, all you got to do is duplicate this and then target a huge list of other people that can just come through a pipeline for you and just feed you new ideal prospects that you can close in a very easy advanced conversion process. Okay, so this alone will get you $30,000 this month, and if you do it right, can get you over $100,000. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now, what does the second part of this look like? Well, this is organic. Okay, so this is an organic process. What does the paid process look like? Maybe you're running paid ads, or maybe you want to run paid ads, or for what we do for our clients is after they've gained proof of concept. So we think like, 3 times minimum, uh, 3 times of closing a client with this process is good. At this point, you should have some capital stored up to when you can go, okay, we can take this hypothesis that we formed, right? Because it's working here organically, and we're going to take it to paid ads, right? So even if you're not running paid ads and you want to run paid ads, well, at this point, you've done it 3 times. You know that it works. So now we're going to move over to paid. So what it really looks like here, again, is another really simple concept, right? So we have our proof of concept. We put that into a virtual sales argument, which is essentially an ad, right? So, for example, we typically like to stray away from Facebook ads, but we're getting really big with YouTube ads. Okay, so for that specifically, you want to have a virtual sales argument, which is a very, very good ad that will draw somebody in. Now, the difference with YouTube is that you only need one ad to hit. Okay, so there's a formula that we give our clients, and it's formulaic in a sense that once this one ad hits, you can just run it for a long time. Okay, think about Ty Lopez, right? I'm here in my garage. How long did that run for? Everybody knew it. It was all over the place, right? Obviously, he spent a lot of money on it, but it took one ad to hit, and he just scaled the crap out of it, right? So it only takes one, right? And again, it comes from proof of concept. It comes from knowing your audience. As long as you know your audience, this is for sure going to work for you. Okay. From there, obviously, it's to book a call, right? If you have like a high ticket service, high ticket product, right? Your online service based business, you're going to want to book a call, right? If they book a call, great, close them, right? Inbound close. If not, what you want to have is a sales development rep on your team, ideally commission based, to call them up, right? And get them to book. right? You can even go ahead as far as on this call as quickly pre-qualify them if they have the time, but there's scripts that go involved with that to make sure that we can get the right person on. And then you want to book a call to eventually close them, right? So, but this is a key. This is a really key part right here. I'll even highlight this in yellow because this is a really key part, because when you have people to come and book a call with you, if they're not going to go ahead and book after they've watched your sales argument, there's probably a little bit of hesitation and they just need the extra push, right? So having this SDR in place on your team is very, very helpful. And the same person can run this whole thing for you, so you don't have to do the heavy lifting yourself. And even then, it's very low maintenance, right? Again, these people are being fed through a pipeline for you, and all they're doing is seeing if they're a perfect fit to then get on a call and sign them up. That's it. That's the name of the game. Okay. Now, these are organic outbound campaigns. 3 times we run this through, good, positive, negative feedback. We feed it through our pipeline again. Proof of concept 3 times. Boom. Then you're probably going to want to start running some paid ads, right? Typically YouTube, because it's what's going to be big from here on out. So keep that in mind. So I just want to share that with you. This is a process that we give to our clients and that we actually custom build for them. That means like everything. So we choose the traffic source that's going to get them the most amount of qualified leads. We then go even further, right? Target all of their ideal clients into a compact list that's then fed through a pipeline for them, right? We craft all of their marketing assets for them, right? All for you. And then launch their outbound campaigns live in front of our clients so they can understand exactly what's going on, right? If we need to add test campaigns, we consult them along the way for that. But then we actually give them the pre-conversion video formula as well. That's going to help them, especially if they have case studies, we recommend it. And then we make sure they have the conversion process in place that is getting their ideal client over the line and paying them a good retainer if that retainer fee is what they're looking for, right? Or if they're doing one-off deals as well. Same thing, right? Same model, right? We actually build this all out. And then later, when it's time for them to scale, we then later consult them on how to basically build the rest of this out, right? Give them everything that they need in order for this to work as well. Even help you go as far as helping you source the SDR and assisting in that, where to find the best ones that are actually going to make sure these people are getting on a book call, right? So that's just an idea. I want to give you a little bit of a walkthrough. You could literally start doing this today, right? Identify one traffic source, create a lead list around it, add in your marketing assets that you know is going to get people over the line and make you trustworthy and credible. Launch a few campaigns, right? Organically. We leverage a system that is within our company that we use for our clients. So you probably want to find one of your own. If not theirs, you're more than willing to ask us. And then from there, have a conversion process that's proven, right? You don't want to be sending proposals. You don't want to be, unless your deals are absolutely massive, like 50K plus, even 100K plus, then yeah, maybe a proposal. But you don't need to have a proposal. You don't need to be chasing after referrals. You need to be doing all that. Okay, you can have something in place that's going to feed you your ideal client and get them over the line, right? And then go as far as getting into paid, or even if you're doing paid for your clients, if you're like a marketing agency, you can follow this as well, right? Especially if you don't know YouTube ads, because it's still very new to a lot of people that don't know how to do it, right? So take this for what it is, and what it is very valuable. It's a very simple process. If you want to learn more, you can go down to the description, click a link, check out our website, what we've done for our clients. But I hope this helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.